And finally, after a literal year, the Hiya Toys exclusive Shimo. Mine has finally come in, and I am so happy about this. This is the box. It's a giant freaking box. I could barely get this in frame, if I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. Details on the front. A lovely photo of Shimo. Godzilla Kong, the new Empire. On the side, got the logo again. Picture of Shimo spikes on the back. Some exclusive shots of Shimo. Yet again, the logo. A whole bunch of legal jargon that I don't know about. A QR code, I guess, to purchase the figure. Monster Arts, Legendary Toho. Yeah, again, the Kong, Godzilla X Kong New Empire. This is a big ass box. It's a giant box, but it's worth it. Because the figure itself is just as freaking good and just as glorious. So this is Shimo, and for all you that know, because I know all of you know, but I love this figure. This is legit like one of my new favorite figures that I own. Hands down, probably one of Hiya's top quality figures. If I'm gonna be honest, this is one of their best. To me, this is most likely one of their best figures. The detailing on Shimo is incredible. I don't think my phone is giving her justice. The insane amount of detail on this figure. He's not doing it full justice. Oh, I zoomed in too much. But I love this thing. I love this figure so much. Yeah, the camera isn't doing her justice, but she's got this light blue on her. And how she, iridescent? Yeah, she's iridescent in the light. And, like, I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Let's talk about her. So, her head. Let me get her in frame. The amount of scaling detail on this thing is incredible. It's insane on how much detail they're able to give on this figure. Here's her eyes, her little nostrils. Here's her mouth. Can't open it that wide, but I'm not complaining too much. A very nice pinky fleshy inside for her tongue, and the inside of her mouth, and her teeth. Her teeth are each tooth is open. Freaking love that. Love back spikes on her neck. They get in the way of a little bit. Get in the way of the articulation, but they're not too bad. But her back spikes, though, her dorsal spikes. I love this crystal blue that they picked. It's so good. And I'll be honest, I prefer this over what SH Monster Arts did. Now I do not own the SH Monster Arts Shimo. I did not want to get it. Just from the promotional pictures, I did not want to get that figure, and I just knew I didn't want to get that figure. But I like these spikes far more. These look way better. And yes, yeah, shit, they are sharp. But it's not hard to just hold her from not to hold her from the top. You just hold her literally from any other direction and she's fine. So just don't do that and you'll be okay. Onto her shoulders, big, large scales in her chest, big scales. Camera focus. Big old scales. I love the arms. I love the scales on her arms. They're the best. They're like my favorite part of the figure. Then we come down to her hands. Long nails, long, fabulous girl nails. I love how long they are. To me, these are just like bear claws. Like these Shimo would literally rip you apart just with the claws alone. And yes, probably one of the best parts of the figure. Each finger is individually articulated, and this should be the new standard. I'm gonna be honest. This and what Namu Studios is doing, like their larger figures, with giving their toes articulation. And I know SH did it with -1. That should be the new standard on figures. All figures should have something like that. But onto Shimo. Go to her underbelly. Big scales, big detailed scales. Love all these scales. Then we come to the top. Very small scales, but still super detailed. Her spikes, or dorsal spikes, like I said. Love these things. They look great. Then come to her legs. Yet again, same type of big scaling. on her legs and on her thighs. Has her front legs, or her arms, I guess. Her feet. Giant kaiju feet pics, I guess, for all you weirdos out there. Looks great. Then come down to her tail. Her tail, that's one thing I didn't like about Shimo, how small her tail is compared to her body. But great tail, decently sized tail. Thagomizers on the end of these things, perfect. I love them. I love these things. I love the thagomizers on them. And yeah, that's like her detail and stuff. Yeah, Shimo herself, absolutely rad figure. Absolutely freaking cool figure. I will say, pick this thing up if you have the opportunity, if you have the ability, the finances. Pick this figure up. She is worth it. 100% freaking worth it to get this figure. This should be something every Godzilla collector gets. Is this Shimo? SH, sure, you can get it if you want, but Hiya, 100% get the Hiya Shimo. It is freaking worth it. Alright, now we're going to go on to articulation. So first we got her head. She can look down that far, up that far. Jaw does open and her tongue is articulated. With Hiya, I've noticed with Hiya, it's like the tongue automatically like resets itself once you close the mouth. So if you want to like just leave it as it is, or get something to kind of just glue it, I wouldn't say glue it, but like hold it down to the bottom jaw if you like, you probably could do that. But unnice, whatever. She look left, right, so up and down, and then she has a second joint in her neck, even like that, like that. She can't look up very far due to the dorsal spikes, but she can look a little bit down. Go onto her shoulders. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she could probably do a full 360. I'm just not going to try to do a full 360. Move back, desk. I'm not going to do a full 360. She has a joint up here in the bicep, elbow joint. Then she has a joint at the wrist. Move your big head. A joint at her wrist. And then she has a joint at her hand itself. And like I said before, each finger is individually articulated. Then we go to the upper chest. You can kind of do scrunch in a bit, and scrunch in, scrunch out, and lean side to side like that. And she has a mid section, kind of the same, a little bit less, due to the fact of these spikes that really hold it in place. And then kind of same thing with that bit. Ooh, the sun blaring on my back like that. Gosh diddly dang. And we have her legs. She can, these, I don't think they can go full 360. I'm not going to try it, like I said. But she has a knee joint. And she has what is it, like, this isn't her, would this be her ankle? Like, knowing animal anatomy, would this be her ankle? I don't know. Like, shin joint, and then an ankle/foot joint. And it's on just a whole ball joint right here, so you could just freely move her foot in like every general direction. It does not matter. And her tail. And she has a great movement on the tail. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 joints on the tail for very good movement and posability. Overall, you can get a lot of posability out of Shimo. But yeah, you can get a lot of posability out of Shimo. I feel like it's one of the better aspects of Hiya. No offense to SH, but Hiya always got it when it comes to their articulation. Let's do some size comparisons. So Shimo, being the massive kaiju that she, or titan, however you want to use the right terminology, titan that she is in the movie. Let me get size comparison for Shimo. Shimo is I want to say about 16 inches in length and about 6.5 inches in height. When stand, Shimo, stand. You can do it, Shimo. I believe in you. I made you stand before. Might be the heat of the sun. But standing upright, if I can get her to stand, which I cannot, she is about, I don't even think the camera's going to get this. She's only about 10 inches, I want to say. I can't get her to stand upright normally. But she's about 9 to 10 inches when standing all the way up. Now, compared to some other figures, I have a plethora of other figures to compare her against within size. So here is the Hiya Toys. Damn, he's huge. Here is that's the Hiya Toys 2019 Godzilla. You can see he's a bit bigger. He's a bit taller. Here is the SH Monster Arts Evolved Godzilla. Yeah, this scales more properly to the size up until Hiya releases their Evolved Godzilla. Well, actually they have. I just need to get it. But SH scales pretty well with this Hiya toy, with Hiya's figure, surprisingly. We have then these two, which are unrelated, but the Hammond Collection Baryonyx. This scale is pretty nice. It'll be an interesting fight between Shimo and a Baryonyx. Let's see if I can get him to stand normally without his stand. Oh, and the Beast of the Mesozoic, Dilophosaurus. So, yeah, this is how Shimo compares to these guys within size. This is how Shimo compares to these guys in size. Overall, Shimo is an amazing figure. I fully recommend her. Fully recommend everyone to try to nab this figure if you can. Just do it. You'll be grateful. Great figure to add to your collection. Yeah, that's all I really got. 10 out of 10 figure. You guys could probably tell this is my first ever review. Even though I've watched so many reviews, this is my first one, so cut me a little slack, a little break. But if you like the video, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more figures. Help me get more. And yeah, have an amazing day, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.